Okay, so we're diving deep today.
Into some,
Interesting waters.
yeah.
I think
I think this is going to be good.
I think this is going to be really good. So you sent over this idea, this concept of like letting go of ego,
Yeah.
especially when things get rough.
Yeah, especially in like high pressure situations.
Exactly. Exactly. And what I love is, we always talk about metaphors, right?
Right.
And the text you sent over uses the metaphor of a ship in a storm.
And I think what's so cool about that is it gets at this idea of resilience and
Right.
adaptability, right? Like you're in a storm, you have to adapt.
You're not in control.
Exactly.
Mother Nature's in control.
And the text uses the example of trading, right? Where like clinging to a losing trade or being too proud to admit you made a mistake, that can be the death of you.
Literally.
Oh,
In trading.
metaphorically, I guess. Hopefully not literally.
It's like the market is the storm, right?
Hmm.
And the ship is getting tossed around. But the anchor holding it back, the thing that's actually going to make it sink, isn't some external force.
It's you.
It's your ego.
Yeah, it's that clinging to, oh, I should have sold back then. I should have.
Right.
Yeah, I was right. That's the problem. And this idea you sent over, it goes way beyond trading.
Way beyond. And the thing is, like, the text itself is so short, but it's so powerful. Like that line, adapt, learn, and sail forward with humility.
It's like poetry.
It is.
And it really, I think it highlights how important humility is when you're trying to grow.
100%.
If we could all just let go of the need to be right, to be perfect, all the time,
If
we'd
only.
learn so much more.
Right. Like, can you imagine applying that to running a company or even just leading a team?
Oh, man.
You got to make these judgment calls. You have to be decisive.
You do.
But sometimes your initial plan is just not the right one, and you got to adjust. And I think that's true even more so in a startup environment where things are moving so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, think about being a scientist, right? Someone who's built their entire career, their life's work around a certain theory, and then new evidence comes out.
That contradicts everything.
It just blows it all up.
To let go of the ego in that situation.
That's the mark of a true scientist, I think.
100%. Or an artist, when you're so married to one way of creating.
You almost have to be able to destroy your past self a little bit, I think, to really grow.
It's like that ego, that need to be right, it becomes a prison. It keeps us from actually growing, from really seeing what's in front of us.
Yeah, it can be a huge barrier. But we can just learn to recognize it, work on being a little more humble. The rewards, they speak for themselves. You become more adaptable. You're more open to learning.
You become a better trader.
Maybe, yeah. No, but seriously, you just become better at navigating all the chaos that life throws at you. The storms.
You learn to ride the waves.
Exactly.
Man, it really makes you think, what could we achieve, not even just as individuals, but as a society, if we could just figure that out,
It's a good question.
It's a good question with, unfortunately, probably not an easy answer.
No.
But this has been great. This has given me a lot to think about.
Me too.
And to our listeners out there, we want to hear from you. Hit us up on all the socials. Let us know what you think. What are your experiences with letting go? How do you handle it when you're in the middle of that storm and your ego is telling you one thing, but maybe you need to do something else?
We want to know.
Until next time.